sometimes it's just how it is. You can't keep everybody, and there will be some hard cuts. And right now there's an article out there saying the 3 Cowboys players that may be a surprise cut for the start of the year will be Trysten Hill, one being Terrence Steele, as well as Reggie Robinson. Now, of course, they go into details of it, but let me just talk about Trysten Hill. I think that he will probably be the person that must have a superb training camp. I think that the Joneses are stubborn enough to keep Terrence Steele, and I think that Terrence Steele was just thrown out there too quickly as relates to sink or swim, and that's just what happened with him last season, thrown out there, and people thought that, hey, he's supposed to be La'el Collins or the next Tyron Smith, but the reality of it is that there will be some growing pains when you have a guy that's undrafted that had flaws and these sorts of things, and the Cowboys didn't address that issue last season. So that's just how it goes. Now, Reggie Robinson, I give Reggie a pass. I know that it wasn't his fault trying to switch him to safety and then saying, okay, all right, let's switch you back to a cornerback. And that could be a lot of crazy things that happen. But you got to compare the NFL to the wilderness, like to the wild, basically. There's no love lost. And that's just how it goes when you have a new defensive coordinator to come in. The philosophy changes, and some of the people that was here during the previous administration may not have the same love and adulations. And the writing is all on the wall for Trysten Hill to be replaced. Just look at the draft alone. Trysten Hill throughout his career with the Dallas Cowboys only have 16 tackles. And that's me being casually nice to Trysten Hill. Of course, he didn't have a lot of playing time, but he did show some promise last season. Some promises of at least creating some pressure, getting upfield, and we can look into that and say, all right, cool. Now, how can the Cowboys build off of that? It's predicated upon what Trysten Hill do. And I really, really want us to utilize Trysten Hill. I really want Trysten Hill to fight and earn that spot. But that's just not the full picture. Because you want and because you have a desire doesn't mean that it have to come true, right? So my thing is, and I'm only saying that from the aspect of, man, we don't want to just sit back and say, man, we used a second round draft pick for him and now he's gone, right? So I want, this is just my belief, and you guys can have your own but I believe if Trysten Hill, if the Cowboys organization and beyond, if they really trying to move on from Trysten Hill, I would love for Trysten Hill to ball out. I would love for him to flash and utilize some of those good graces to set up for a trade if he does not fit within the confines of this particular system. I would like for us to will and deal instead of just letting this man walk and getting nothing in return, because that's the common pattern for the Dallas Cowboys. We draft a player, they on the team for a hot second, do a splash play here and there, and then we let them walk. Or they have a nice and wonderful career with the Cowboys, and then we let them walk. See, we got to get beyond that. We do. We got to figure this thing out and know how to will and deal. Because if not, then we'll be still doing the same thing over and over again. Now, looking at the defensive guys that we do have, the Justin Hamiltons, right? The Brent Urban, right? He's pretty good. Osa, Colston, Dorrance Armstrong, Bradley Anai, Randy Gregory. That room is filled with guys. It's full of guys that want to compete. Tank Law, right? And as well as, I can go on and on and on. Who else we have? Basham. So that defensive front, and I'm still missing out somebody. I feel like I'm missing out somebody. I'm leaving somebody out, so you guys can put their name down below. These guys trying to compete. Now, the best philosophy that we can have, or the mindset that we can have, is simple. Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. You want these guys to compete and nobody given a position. Now, the good thing about it for the competition and for the guys that's on the bottom end of the roster will be this right here. There's no previous coach that will have sponsorships for players or put one player above the other. Now it's just raw, uncut competition. Who can line them up, lace them up, and fight for their role, fight for their spot. Truth could be said for the offensive line, and truth could be said for Reggie Robinson on the defensive back category. Like, if he goes into this situation and balls you know what out, then he's safe. He's cleared. He's secured. He is. But when you look at everything, and going back to the defensive front, Trysten Hill, he got to ball out. He can't lay down. He got to show up and show out. Because now Gallimore is sitting there saying, all right, this spot, this role, this position belongs to me. And I'm taking it because I'm hungry. And I'm ready to eat. I got a dog mentality. And I know I left out Carlos, right? He's looking at it like, hey, this is a golden chance for me, an opportunity for me to showcase my skill set. And I think his name is Watkins, right? Carlos, we got him during the off season. See, this room is filled with guys. And we got some undrafted guys as well that I'm leaving out. Samoan kid, I forgot, or a Polynesian kid. His name is at the tip of my tongue. But that's competition, baby. And we need it. So there's no more policies as it relates to I'm gonna make it because I was drafted. No. So should it be a surprise cut? No, it shouldn't even be a surprise cut. It should be Cowboy fans and everybody else that's watching, even the pundits. We looking at training camp. We looking at what we see with our natural eyes, and we see that, man, this guy, he earned that spot. Gallimore, oh my goodness, he earned that spot. Osa, oh, he dogged everybody out and he belongs there. That what should happen. Yes, that is what should happen. Now, Trysten Hill, is up to him to fight, claw, battle for that role and not look at it like, hey, I'm coming off of an injury. Hey, the first year they didn't play me. No. Remember, we're looking for results, baby. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. So he gonna have to deliver. He gonna have to deliver. Nobody care for you. Y'all look into the wilderness, and when that new line takes over a pre-existing Lions territory, and if they already have those little cubs, y'all tell me what that new line do when he take over. He's not going to sit there and raise another Lions cubs unless that other cub can do something for him. That's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. And I'm just using that casually because we can go into details, but this is not the wildlife show. But that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Trysten Hill, better bring out that dog. You better bring out that dog mentality because nobody's folding up like a wallet or a lawn chair over here. Nobody.